Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cakemen Entertainment. In today's video, we will discuss how turning Star Wars and Marvel into girl brands crushed the franchises and what Disney is getting wrong. What happens when you stop speaking to your core fans? Disney's biggest franchises, Marvel and Star Wars, seemingly shifted to chase a new, girl-first audience. A controversial move first called out in a now infamous Chris Gore tweet. Turning Star Wars into a girl brand will prove to be one of the costliest decisions in entertainment history, met with backlash at launch, but lately, looking eerily prophetic. Critics argue Disney prioritized agendas, DEI, tick box representation over storytelling. One blog bluntly titled it, "Disney damaged Star Wars by trying to turn it into a girl brand," accusing Lucasfilm of sidelining legacy fans. The backlash was fierce from the woke mob, but the warning signs were there. Let's look at the numbers. Marvel's The Marvels became the lowest grossing MCU entry, losing around $237 million. Likewise, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania couldn't break even, despite decent opening weekend. Its audience evaporated fast, and Thunderbolts underperformed too. $382 million global versus break-even estimate of $425 million. These aren't one-offs. They reflect a worrying trend. Star Wars hasn't had a theatrical release in years. The last of the sequel trilogy, The Rise of Skywalker, came out in 2019. And that sequel trilogy, critics say it's largely forgettable. Disney's $4 billion gamble produced very little enduring lore. Let's talk numbers. The Star Wars sequel trilogy saw a steep, unmistakable decline with every installment. The Force Awakens, 2015, exploded with a domestic haul of $936.7 million and a colossal global gross of $2.07 billion, making it the top-earning Star Wars film ever. Then came The Last Jedi, 2017, which pulled in $620 million domestically and $1.334 billion worldwide. That's a 34% drop in domestic earnings and roughly a 36% worldwide decline from its predecessor. Finally, The Rise of Skywalker, 2019, closed the trilogy with $515 million domestic and $1.077 billion global, another 17% fall domestically, and about 19% less globally compared to The Last Jedi. In summary, each sequel performed markedly worse than the last, declines of 34% to 17% domestic and 36% to 19% global, signaling a clear and steady erosion of audience engagement. And that's before we even consider Solo being the first Star Wars theatrical release that has lost money. Now, the box office wasn't the only disaster. Disney Plus has been bleeding subscribers and money. In late 2024, Disney Plus lost 700,000 subscribers worldwide after raising prices and cracking down on password sharing. That represents a loss of over 0.5% of its base, dropping from 125.3 million to 124.6 million subscribers. Despite Disney calling it not as bad as expected, this marks the first ever quarterly decline since Disney Plus launched. Industry reports highlight the fallout. Disney Plus painted itself into a corner by making content that didn't resonate with its male-leaning audience subscriber core, despite spending exorbitant sums. Shows like She-Hulk, Ironheart, and The Acolyte reportedly cost tens of millions per episode, but failed to deliver sufficient watch time or buzz. As each new high-budget must-see show flopped in engagement, the subscriber base dwindled, and the blame was shifted onto fans instead of admitting the misfire in content strategy. Let's not tiptoe here. Disney and Lucasfilm didn't just drift away from their core audience. Many feel they actively courted them out of the room. Kathleen Kennedy famously declared, "The Force is female," signaling a sweeping rebrand. At the same time, reports surfaced that many veteran male creatives were pushed out in favor of female-centric leadership. It's not just representation, it's a power shift. Directors and actors involved with shows like The Acolyte, She-Hulk, Ironheart, Ant-Man 2, The Marvels, and others have publicly or implicitly blamed male fans for not embracing the content, scapegoating rather than listening. This goes beyond storytelling, it's hierarchical. The dominant Star Wars and Marvel fan bases are male. especially comic book and action genre enthusiasts. It's not misogyny to say you can alienate your base if you redefine the brand against its grain. Women absolutely can, and do, love and thrive in these universes. But erasing the legacy fans to chase a new image and then blaming them when they leave? That's bad business, and now it's proven. It's like transforming a beloved steakhouse into a vegan joint, and then blaming regulars for staying home. At best, that's bad business. At worst, franchise suicide. For comparison, Barbie was a massive hit because it delivered exactly what its core audience wanted. Disney pushed Marvel to Star Wars in a different direction, arguably leaving their original fans behind, then wondered why wallets stayed shut. But it's not just about girl branding. The pandemic changed movie economics, and people are spending less on movies unless they're truly quality or buzzworthy. Word of mouth matters now more than ever. Internally, Disney admits it may have overextended during COVID, flooding Disney Plus and Hulu with content, losing focus on quality theatrical storytelling. Marvel even officially admitted Marvel fatigue, and is now rebooting strategy going back to fewer, standalone films and trusted creators. Meanwhile, some superhero movies are seeing light again, like Superman and Fantastic Four. First steps. Simpler, standalone, classic-tinged stories that don't demand prior knowledge. There's absolutely room for diverse stories and strong female leads. But you can't kill one fan base to grow another. Disney needs to rekindle trust with its core male audience, even while welcoming everyone else. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of this situation? And until next time, Cakeman out.
It's the calm before